Last time that this thing is going to be in the engine compartment, starting the process of moving the battery, stripping the engine harness, ripping out all my swap wiring, last time that battery is going to be right there. Battery is moving to the trunk. This whole harness is getting stripped out of here. The whole engine swap harness is getting taken out, and we're starting this process. Gonna start putting in the new harness and the same time we're gonna relocate the battery to the trunk. So basically this thing is getting like a whole rewire. So we're gonna pull this passenger seat out. That way we have complete access to get underneath the dash, because I can't fit under there, get underneath all there. So easiest thing to do is just to pull this seat out so you can lay down right here and look up underneath there. That wiring's got to come out. I never actually finished buttoning that up because I just figured, oh, I'll get to it eventually, and I never did. So anyways, gotta get that out of there. This is kind of where I'm thinking as far as where I want the Terminator screen to go. So I'm gonna try and figure out how to make that work. But for now, let's get this out and see if we can squeeze a 1/0 battery cable in here. Pretty easy to take out. You can see my spacers. Make sure and keep these in order. 2, 1, 1. So that's my spacers right there. And let's see. Let's just pop this out because it'll be easier. And now I'm just gonna, well, actually I'm gonna pull the back seat out because wiring is gonna go all up in there, so now I gotta pop that out. So I'm gonna clean all this crap out of here. So I kind of wanted the battery right about right there, but there's only like a small area of flat spot. I don't really want it overhanging that lip. I don't want it that far over to the driver's side. I mean, I could just go right here. The only problem is that I want to get a roll cage eventually, and it's going to come down and into this area to connect to the frame, and I don't want this to be in the way to have to redo all that. So I'm not sure where that's going yet. It's definitely way flatter right there though versus up there. That literally would be my first choice, but I didn't realize how unflat it was, and then it ridges up right there. Let's we'll figure that out later. Let's start getting some wiring, getting some see if our 1/0 cable will fit in this valley. Okay, here is the 1/0 cable, and it actually fits really nice in here, and I could totally make it fit. This is the fuel pump signal wire. The only issue now is that that fits, but this is the Terminator ECU power cable, and this has to run from the ECU directly to the battery. So I have to run this from the front to the back as well, and these are not both gonna fit in there. I mean, you could squeeze them, but then you get to areas like this, you're not getting around that, because literally just the 1/0 cable fits in there and this doesn't. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now. Let me think about this, because I mean, I could run this along the tunnel, and then eventually when I get carpet, it'll be covered. But I just hate doing it that way. I could run it the other direction on the other side for this, but I don't know if it'll be long enough to reach the trunk. I might play around with that and see about running it down that side. And that way I'll have the power on this side right here, and then I'll have the ECU on over there. Let me check that. Okay, we may be onto something. I have the wrong end on this side over here, but basically that's one end of the power harness. There's enough slack there to tuck it and bring it up through the dash. I've got it running down the side, up into the compartment, and it will work. Obviously, that's the computer side. I said I had a flip-flop. But with that right there, and the battery right there, what I would do is just get some spacers to kind of level that battery out. And I think that'll work. But the only thing I don't know is if the engine harness, I don't know how far the engine harness is going to go into the car. So I don't know if the computer will have to go underneath in the center, or if I can reach it over there. I'm hoping I can reach it over there. So I guess the next thing we'll do is start pulling this harness off, laying that harness out over it to kind of see where it's going to land. Everything I think has to be kind of like mocked up and laid out before anything permanent is ran, just to make sure that everything is going to land and fit where we want it. So I guess we can start pulling this harness off. getting it through the firewall, getting it unhooked from the dash. That's where it's going through right now. I'm gonna reuse that hole, and hopefully the harness will fit through this grommet, but we'll find out. I don't know how many of you knew, but I had to make a little bracket to fit this bolt spacing, because I think this engine's made for the round cover. That might be a different spacing than this, but yeah, I had to make a little bracket to fit this cover, and then I trimmed that little leg right there because of the way I routed the harness. Actually tucked it behind there, went back behind, and then into the firewall. So I'm kind of curious to see where the Holley one is gonna end up. He's getting there. I kind of set this up to where I wouldn't have to take it out again, but everything changes. So I got most of this. I think the next best thing to do is to go inside and start unhooking it inside, because that harness has to pull that way. So let's get some tape, a pen. I'm still gonna mark everything that I unhooked just in case I need to use it again. And then we'll pull that harness through. And then once we get this harness out, it'll never get used in this car again. This is my current setup. This is I think this is a current performance fuse block. And it's got all the relays and stuff for fans, AC, fuel pump, everything you need. And I'm thinking with the Holley, I won't even need this anymore. So this thing comes out with the BIM port that goes to the Dakota dash. So most of this stuff is gonna get taken out. So I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna kind of label it as I pull it out. That way it's no mystery for later. Yeah, like this. This is how it is current performance. So yeah, I'm gonna start cutting zip ties and then start getting the stuff out. Here's an update for you. Got the fuse block. Oh, I got a couch pillow out here for my head because I'm just kind of napping over here. So fuse block is out. Now I have to start separating it from the main harness. This guy right here. Computer is down there. So I need to start snipping these and labeling them. Thankfully I left a lot of these labeled. So coils, injectors even. So yeah, I can start snipping it and know what they go to. There's the harness. Completely out. Now time to clean and organize and get ready for our next step. All right guys, this took a huge chunk of time. Just fishing out every wire from inside, labeling it as I pull it off. I labeled it on here. I labeled it on the fuse block right there. So everything's out. I'm in a good spot to where everything can start going together now. All this needs to go in here. But I'm to the point now where it can all start going back together. But I got distracted in the middle of working on my car, and I took a little detour, and I picked up a new car. And, well, I just won't talk about it anymore. I'll just show you. Tell me what you guys think about this. It's a little bit better than the orange one I had. This one actually is a short wide, so don't have to worry about that. 20 freaking 2s. Needs a little interior stuff like the bezel, trim pieces, but for the most part, she's really clean. New windshield, perfect dash. Runs good, just has a 350 with a mild cam, so it sounds good, but it's not like fast. Underside is super clean. You guys want to see the motor? It looks like pretty much every other small block on the planet. $350. It looks like it has a polished manifold. Cam, it's clean. It's got electric fans on it. Supposedly has a 400 turbo 400. I don't know. I haven't verified that. I need to verify that. Suspension's all been gone through. New bushings, Bilstein shocks, new brakes. It's been lowered to drop spindles in the front. Axle flip kit in the back. That's it. That's it right there. It needs a transmission kickdown, and I suppose I need to investigate how to do that on the 400. 350, it's usually the cable. I don't know about the 400, so I need to investigate that, but that's it. Not even sure if I'm gonna keep it. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna keep it forever. Maybe just cruise it. I really wanted something I could have fun with right now. Wow, this thing is getting overhauled. So I might just flip it, or I might just drive it this summer, or I might fall in love with it and keep it forever. We'll see. But right now it's already a way better start off than the last one. Last one was so ghetto compared to this. But then again, I paid a lot more for this than I paid for the other one. So let me know if you guys want to see more videos of this. I like it. That was not the truck's fault. That's because I'm dumb. Hood fits great. Anyways, I don't know. I'm out. Next video, we will work on actually putting this stuff in.